Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I have the Onexplayer Super X with me. I also have the Frost Bay, and I'm going to show you how to connect, disconnect, how much water to put in, what kind of water to put into it, how long the cable lengths are, and all that good stuff. So this is how you're going to be able to set up the Frost Bay with the Super X liquid cooled version and also the Apex liquid cooled version. So let's get into it. In order to get started with the Frost Bay, we need to fill it with water, and it doesn't come with water already in it. So that means you have to go, pick up some water. And I say pick up some water because I don't recommend using tap water. Tap water has impurities in it. You really want to pick yourself up some distilled water. So here I have some distilled water. That's going to be what I'm using inside here. So inside you can see that there is, a hole in there for you to fill this. I recommend using, a cup with some sort of spout to pour this in. So right now this is a cup of distilled water, and we'll keep trying to fill this up until we figure out how much exactly that it needs in there. So I can see it right at the top there. There is a little window here, but I don't think that I can really see too much inside. I can see that the little spout there is just under the water, so it's not totally full. I don't want to fill it right to the brim. So just dump the Frost Bay back into the cup so you can have some sort of point of reference on how much you should put in there. So again, it's just literally about 3/4 of a cup, just over 3/4 of a cup of distilled water. And now we have the lid. I'm just going to take a cloth and wipe this up inside so that it's not all wet at the actual port. And we can lock it right in. So there are arrows right here and right here that you can line up with that specific line. So now we're done filling this and we can go ahead and get it connected. Let's take a look at the cable lengths. So this is the brick that comes with the Super X or the Apex. This one has a European plug on it, so I can't really use it here unless I have an adapter. So I'll be using the Slim Q cord, but I'll show you that right away. So the actual cable that comes with it is roughly about 47 inches in length, just a little bit longer than that from the plug, so the actual cable length. Now the liquid cooled cable and the DC cable that comes with it are just over 24 inches, so about 25, 26 inches in that range for the actual connection. And Onexplayer will have longer lengths available on their website after the campaign, so stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out on it. You will be able to pick up longer lengths at a later date. The Slim Q cable, this is one that I'll link in the description here, but this one is 240 watts and it goes all the way up to 10 feet. So right now this tape measures at 9 feet. We still have like another foot here. So this is a 10-foot long cable. So if you're looking for a longer power cord for the Apex and the Super X, this is going to be a great option for you. The barrels are exactly the same. That's what I've been using with the Super X, and it works perfect. Here's a closer look at the actual brick. So these do not fold down. They stick right out. It's got some weight to it too. And then of course we have, this style plug on here with the USB and USB-C options as well. Now that we have the distilled water ready to go in here, we have the Super X powered on. You can see all the specs here if you're unsure about the specs, but this specific unit has the 128 gigs inside. If I open up the One X console, which the button is right here, or you can press, all 4 buttons right here, that'll bring it up as well. And I go into the One X console application, and I go to others, and then cooling settings. That's going to be where we're going to see everything for the liquid cooling. But if we go back onto the side panel here, you can see that without any connections to power, it's at 55 watts. Now, if I take the power connection out of Frost Bay for a second, plug it in, I can see the performance will jump up to 75 watts. So that's going to be the max that we can do when it's just plugged into power. Now I can start by plugging in the actual power, and right now I am using the Slim Q because, like I shared, I don't have, a US plug on here, only a European one on the actual brick for it. So I am using the Slim Q, just like I showed you with the different lengths. That one is plugged into the left port here. Now for the liquid cooling, we have these two cables, and on them are these little ends, these little edges, and we're going to line those edges up to basically this line right here. So as you put this in, let's just make sure that it is lined up correctly. So this one's going to go on this side. I can put it in there, and as you push in, it's just going to come back out. So you need to turn to lock it. So then to unlock it, you do a turn and you pull it out. So push it in, lock it to the left. Same thing with this one. Push it in, turn it, lock it to the left. Now they're both locked in there. Again, to the right to unlock, to the left to lock. So now I have this connection, and at the very back here, we're going to connect it into this, and the cover for that is right here. So this is a magnetic cover that goes on top here. We're going to pull that off, and right here, when you push this down, you can see that right in the middle there that it has a little lever that goes down. On top here, there's a little hook on the pin, so you need to make sure that you push this down to get it in, and then when we release, it'll grab onto it. So I'm going to push this down and then go right to the edge, and we have a nice seal. Just make sure it doesn't come off. It's good to go. So now we have that plugged in. I can take the DC cable, and this one's going to go right into here. And again, this is powered off the whole time. The fan shouldn't be spinning. There should be no RGB. We want to just leave it all off. And I can plug this right into the side, and I will go back over to, this specific screen so we can check this out. And to turn this on, I'm just going to press the button. You can see that the fan is spinning. We also have the RGB on. So I can go over to here now and hit the connect button. So you can see that it is successfully connected. We can leave it on smart mode. Right now it's on silent. You can put it on soft or strong. You can put a fixed speed. You can turn it off. So when I put fixed speed, it definitely cranks up the fan in there. But smart fan curve is probably where you want to leave it. And again, you can put it on silent, soft, or strong. Strong's going to push it a little bit harder. Again, it depends what you're doing, what you're gaming, but I'll leave it on soft for now. Now you can see that the information is populating at the bottom. If we scroll down, turn that off. We can change the colors. You can, change the brightness of it. Depending on what you want for your RGB coloring, you can change the scheme. That's going to be how you're going to be able to make those swaps. So off, on, and then back off if you want to turn it off on here. But let's turn it back on because the RGB looks cool. So you have the RGB on this side, and then you also have it, all around on this side as well. Now it shows connected, and we know that we get more power when we have it connected. So if I open up the Onex console full app again, you can see that now I have up to 120 watt limit with the Frost Bay. So now we have it all connected. It's good to go. You could start gaming and have a really good time with that extra power boost and cooling. If we want to disconnect it, you're going to go ahead and hit disconnect. Now, once we've hit disconnect, you can come over here and hold this down and then let go. And that's going to turn it off. So we see the fan is off, the RGB is off. That's a good indicator that we can go ahead and start disconnecting. So first I'm going to unplug the power. And next I'm going to come up here and hold this down and pull it off. And you can see everything is good on there. I don't have any leaking really on here. There's a little bit of wet on the top that you can see, but if you have a cloth or something, just give it a little wipe, which is understandable because we literally just pulled, a water cycling system off of there. So then you can go ahead and unplug this. So now there's no power going to the Frost Bay, and you can plug it back into the Super X. Or you don't have to plug it back in, you just take this on the go and pack everything up depending on what you're doing with your device. So that's going to be how you set up the Frost Bay with the Super X liquid cooled version and Apex liquid cooled version. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, make sure you hit that like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care till the next one.